Alright, welcome back. Today's lesson, boys and girls, is going to be on one of my favorite songs, worship songs. It's called You Are Good, written by Israel Houghton. And Israel's written a bunch of really cool songs, and this one has probably made its way around the world a few times by now. And I get questions on how to play it, how to form the chords and whatnot. So I'm going to try and help out here, show you what I do, and hopefully that will help you as well. So I'm going to go over the chords and I'll play it through real quick. I'll play a real quick version through the verse, the intro, verse, build up to the chorus, and the breakdown. So it goes like this. Good and your mercy enduring forever. Lord, you are good and your mercy enduring forever. People from every nation and tongue, from generation to generation, we worship you. Time and on and so on and so forth. So we got a couple parts there. We have four basic parts. Four that we're going to break down. The first one is the verse, which is also the intro. Same chords, just different feel. And the chords are an E, and I do a high E, and I let the open E string, the low E, and the B and E ring. It's a trademark amongst a lot of Israel Houghton songs to do that. We Have Overcome and Friend of God and I Will Search are all built upon these similar chords with these similar droning notes, the E and the B and the E. So we do an E chord, 7th fret and 9th fret. Then we do sort of a B chord over an E chord, or it's kind of like an E major 7 or an E major 9. I'm dropping my pinky off. Second finger has got my 8th fret. So we're going from an E to a B over E, and then to a bit of a D over E, which is my first finger barred across the 7th fret on the 5th, 4th, and 3rd string. Still with those droning notes. And then an A chord over an E. And that is kind of like an A bar chord at the 5th fret with the bar removed. Okay, so we got E, B over E, D over E, A over E. And then the build up to the chorus. It's open A, 5th string drone note, and I play them like this. I play the chords with like an open A chord with my pinky on the 5th fret for that high A note. And then you slide up 2 frets to a B over an A, still that open A. Slide up 1 more fret for a C, and then 2 more frets up and you've got a D over an A. And then for the chorus chords, I do a regular old open E. Especially when I'm playing it just acoustic or solo, I'm going to do open chords for most of them. it tends to fill it out a bit and gives it some bass. I'm going to play the full chord too, so I'm going to move the bass note with the chord. So E, B, D, and A. So as opposed to the first chords, which are, you know, E with a bass note, and then a B over an E, and then a D over E, and an A over E. As opposed to those, I'm doing the full-on chord with the E bass note and B bass note and D bass note and A. So it tends to move with the chord. So. And at the end of the chorus, it changes up a bit. It does a thing. It says, "We worship you." B, it does a D. Hallelujah. And then instead of an A, it does an A over C sharp. Hallelujah. And then instead of an E, it does an E over G sharp. So the bass note's moving on this. We worship you. And then instead of a B, it's a B minor or B minor 7. For who you are, C. And D. You are good. And then for a little breakdown, you can go to the E9. So, that's the basics of the song. And we get to the breakdown where it does the power chords. And power chords, all you heavy metal fans, you know what power chords are. Basically, it's the root, it's the fifth of the chord, and it's the octave. Just 3 notes, and you play them like this. Again, when I do them with acoustic guitar or solo guitar, I'll play them sort of low. But if I'm doing it with a band, I may tend to make higher voices, but the chords don't change. So, here's what I do for the breakdown. And that's the E power chord, G power chord 3rd fret, A power chord 5th fret. And then the next 3, it does an E, I do a high E, D, and then a non-power chord, an A over C sharp. So again, the progression is E power chord, G, A, and then E, D, A over C sharp. And does that again. E, G, A, E, D, A over C sharp, and then a C, B, E. That's the whole song. And hope you get it. Practice, play with a joyful noise, play skillfully. Peace.